Hello, everybody, and thanks for stopping by. So, we are picking up just before where we left off yesterday because I couldn't see Lae'zel's commands, anything. I couldn't command him. And I've been playing for a while. So, just gonna try and redo the interaction with the hyenas. I don't really want to fight them. So, maybe we let them change into gnolls? Like, I don't know. There's no winning choice there. But anyway.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal
Okay.
parts bliss and agony. She'd eaten, feasted, and yet, looking into her eyes, you can see it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids, can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
No, come closer. Feed the new flesh.
Bones snap as the hyena is hollowed from the inside out,
Oh, God.
forming a vessel for something new.
Yeah, this is just as bad.
Her belly
Oh.
splits like a rotten fruit,
Oh,
birthing a
shit.
frenzy of claws and fangs.
Okay, well, that's... That's bad. This just went fairly poorly. Yeah, there's no victory in that situation, no matter what. Unfortunately. Like, you win this fight, of course, but... You're either fighting the hyenas or you're fighting a gnoll. And... nice miss.
One beast's broken away, and it won't be returning alone.
Just trying to stop that hyena, of course, from going and getting friends. Oh, let this work. Of course not. Shit. Well, this is bad. Well, that's not good.
It's
Oh, that's perfect. Oh god, I love him so much. Here we go. Oh god damn. Okay. Well, take that one down first, I guess. Probably the best bet. Damn. Holy hell. Didn't expect that to go that well. Oof. Love that shield. And that is that. I'm glad that the bug
Vile
still wasn't there.
beasts. Nothing good is born from a corpse.
Let them come. We will rip them from top to tail.
Check the bodies. The life of an adventurer, just picking up a shit ton of random notes and reading everybody's business. It's what we do.
Looks empty.
Okay. What about that?
Moving in.
I'll take that. Hmm. And it could be anywhere in this search area, right? Like, Jesus, it's just... It's a wide range to have to search. This would make sense to me. Let's check there. And that was an autosave, so we gotta be close. Gotta be. Hmm. Very cool. Kind of maybe let that stop burning for a second. Nice, there we go. A little hot, it's okay.
Take you.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Step
carefully.
Trap.
There's a
Move
trap.
with purpose.
Gotta love perception. Nice, nice. Hmm. No. There.
Who the hell's... Get over here and help! If we don't deal with them gnolls, none of us are getting out of here alive.
I just want to end a natural 20 on it. Damn.
Fine. Money's useless to dead men. There. You are fairly bought and paid for. Let's take them.
Okay.
Something over there.
This is bad.
Take the leader down! I'll try to hold the rest back!
Nah, bro. See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure you're gonna die.
Take your...
Yeah, get lit up, son. Of course.
The blade will not bend.
Get wrecked, dog. Oh, shit.
Well, so much for peace.
Need to act fast.
Still on my feet.
Okay, we might still pull through this. We'll see. Those archers are really too good at this, though. All right.
Battle favors the fearless.
shit. That is insane. So, I think this is gonna go very badly. And if that happens, we do a quick save, and instead of fighting, I'm gonna try and get them to get the hell out of here.
What's the plan? Fading fast. I need healing.
Yeah, no doubt. Soul numbed? Okay. Okay, thank God for that.
Forever dauntless.
Where did that scroll even go then? Good, 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 good. That makes life a little bit easier. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! That's very bad.
This is my time.
Oh, it counts as an action too. I'm not smart. Well, this is gonna be the end.
I can use some healing.
Yeah, no shit. No matter what happens here. Will is dead by himself. So this, we're gonna lose. Oh, and he can heal from... Oh my god. Damn, okay, so yeah, we are not doing that fight. We're gonna run. We're gonna run very quickly in the opposite direction and hope that they listen, because fuck that. I'm gonna skip through this dialogue since we saw it.
If we don't deal with them gnolls, none of us are getting out of here alive. Across the chasm? You might have got in that way, but you're stuck with us now.
Oof. Okay, well, we can give this fight another shot. I mean, it's not impossible to win. We just gotta be smart about this.
Fine. Money's useless to dead men. There.
So we are waiting.
Take the leader down! We'll try to hold the rest back!
You missed, son. But good luck. God damn it.
Take two.
I highly doubt she makes this shot. Yeah, he's like, no way. No way we beat that one. Okay.
This is my time.
Nice, like it. No, don't come at me. Nice, good job, good job. Thank God. Oh, you're down, my friend. You're a dead person. Someone is gonna survive, damn it. And I think she's just gonna be used as support for the moment anyway.
No choice but to keep going. No time for mercy.
Nice. Oh, thank you so much. That's gonna be his last action, I think. But man. Oh, it was real, brother. How is this dude just running around everywhere? Awesome. Of course.
My time's running out.
Bro. Sorry, Will.
I am fury. I am death. It has it.
Oh, thank God.
Take your victory awaits.
No time to waste.
Thanks for all the fucking misses. God. Somebody's about to die. I was gonna say.
That's curious.
That's it. We did it. Oh my god. We managed to survive that. Insane. Hmm.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. Try and lockpick this.
That's a curious looking chest. I wonder what's inside.
Well, there's only one way to know for sure.
Alright, so apparently it is gonna have to be a lockpick. Oh my god. Okay, thankfully. Alright, well, we managed to not save everyone, but hey, got whatever was inside of that.
Decorated with a grinning face, this cold iron flask is sealed with a brass stopper.
Cool, cool.
Disguised among the decorative elements, you notice a familiar arcane engraving. This is a powerful magical item, capable of trapping and holding a creature. The sealed stopper suggests it is inhabited.
Hmm.
Time to press ahead.
What's going on up here? Just another way to be able to approach it if you need to. I see, I see. You know what? After, because we've used a lot of actions, I think it's actually time to call it a day and go back to camp. Because it's going to be bad.
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy. Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it. The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase. To penetrate the hells, this is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse.
Mm-hmm.
The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great. That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Right. Well said, Will. Well said.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him? No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us. Aren't you glad that I am? It's an effective trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Yeah, definitely. See if anybody has anything to say.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far. Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait, nonsense. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. Someone that liked to play with people. Creatures like them don't play games unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary Mind Flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Consume. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Yeah.
Speak.
No. I doubt he has anything new to say either.
Well met.
Yeah. Well met. You were just together. What are you talking about? Oh, wait, yeah, now what's he needs?
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Invited to dine with a devil. Don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity. There's no such thing as an absolute certainty. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. A quality they share with many humans, come to think of it. Admittedly, it's an area in which I have a modicum of expertise. And, based on the evidence before us, it's hard to imagine any other motivation. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, I say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
Alright, bedtime. You say it does not matter.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire.
Of course he
a
is.
slave to sanguine hunger.
Damn.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal. No, of course.
Yeah, it's
Silly
not gonna
of us
happen.
even ask. I'll go and find something on 4 legs to eat, I suppose.
Yeah, you better.
See you in the morning.
You watch him stalk away, slumped, sulking, and ready to kill.
All right, everybody's good to go. He wants to talk about this. Of course you do.
Morning. I hope last night's little unpleasantness hasn't left a bad taste in your... Well, I hope there are no bad feelings. Oh, I have no idea. By rights, I should be cinders in this light, but someone or something is keeping me alive. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time. That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
Hunting with vampires. Never thought I'd see the day. Very well, but I'm keeping an eye on you. And no wisecracks about having us for supper.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty to work together as a team.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Ah, glad you've a moment for me. My, predicament has become rather urgent. I need a magical artifact to consume. Right now. We've already found enough magic to soothe its disquiet. If you'll just give me what I need.
Gonna go with the amulet, I think.
Thank you. That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters. Grateful as I am, the course of our camaraderie is much better served by not taking that particular detour. Not just yet. Sincerely, though. I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told. I myself am a much more powerful artifact in your arsenal. Rest assured of that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think that's everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, I might be missing it, if there's an easier way to see what you're proficient with. So pretty much anything one-handed except apparently scimitars. Which is not a big deal. Okay, well, I mean that makes sense, I guess. Being able to see it that way. Yeah, that thing is a little dangerous. We're definitely going to sell that. Alright. Back to it. And this is the only place we haven't checked, so I'm going to assume
Whoever killed those
it's
gnolls
here.
might be nearby. Careful.
Oh yeah.
Cut it out. He's working out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Anything?
Say hello.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. A devil, the most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker.
You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her. She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served Tyr where we could not.
This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath.
It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God guide you.
Okay.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
He may try the longsword, actually. It's doing that well. And I need to swap bows at some point. Let's see. Anything else I want to get rid of right now? Yeah, I guess that. And I'm not having my people use this either. Being not so good. And I will take the camp supplies. Cool.
In Tyr's name.
Sure. So one running down by the river, right? Like, I was here and didn't see anything, but we're gonna try and maybe go across this. Yeah, absolutely.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great
No
heat
way.
roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the Archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
Good ban.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out, I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. I have never called myself hero, but I am bound to an oath. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Well, we'll see. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a hell of a thing having to kill them. But it would appear kind of the best course of action. Alright, Blade of Frontiers.
Well met. Are you sure? The blade stands at... And just when things will...
Yeah? Aces.
Still need Lae'zel because we're getting close to the Githyanki Kresh that we're looking for. So good to keep her in the party. You're gonna have a lot of melee. We still have a cleric, which is good. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Berserker, honestly. We do have someone that can talk to animals, and we have spells, scrolls rather, with the spell. So yeah, Berserker, I think.
Smell that? Blood. This whole plain reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel.
Right, well, let's do what we have to do.
You brought her here. We won't survive another assault. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
See. Oh, natural 20, nice.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going
Oh shit.
back!
Nice. Oh shit. Have some fire. Enjoy. Yeah.
I'm ready. Time to strike. On the move.
Ooh, he's got a lot of saving rolls.
Heading out.
She doesn't have a dash attack or anything, so... just in position, I guess. She has even more health than Lae'zel. Damn. Get lit up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. I'm very glad he's dead. I do have one. Okay, good.
Got to focus.
Take you. Take you.
My injuries need tending.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for another round?
Nice.
Got to keep fighting. Take your
Whoa. Holy balls.
Blood comes easy these days.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel.
That was a tough one.
I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
I like how I look a little beat up because of the hit points being low.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Okay.
Before my time.
Seriously?
I'm never going back.
Alright, that's a little annoying now.
I can keep going a little longer now.
Enough time wasted.
I honestly needed to.
That ought to do it. Is this your first time on the Sword Coast, Lae'zel?
Yes. It is much more lively than the Githyanki slates led me to believe.
Just wait till you see Baldur's Gate. You'll never want to leave.
Another one of those, huh? We'll talk to her in a sec. Alright, so let's see. She's getting the sword.
I wonder what the next move is.
All right, what now? No one's stopped me yet.
Attention!
Yeah, little armor makes sense.
No time to rest.
Okay. I think that's all I want to do for now.
Felt good letting off a little steam after facing off with those Ignots. Granted, the fire lasted a little longer than it should. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down. High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, They let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him. Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
The
I
rot
think it's coming
of
from
death.
Oh, great.
Delightful.
Lockpicking is impossible.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Hmm. Oh no, that thing is pretty goddamn tough. Nope. Anything else? Somewhat explosive, maybe? Hmm. I don't have the bulbs or anything like that anymore. I mean, the thing is on fire still, and it's not taking anything. Nope. Of course. Hmm. Yeah, at this point I don't think I have anything. We'll check the crates and stuff, see if there's something here, but...
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it. My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target. Nah, it'll be fine. Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens. Fuck yes! Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Interesting. Well, at least we found out what the hell that noise was.
Need to find a way forward.
We're gonna have a look over here too. We may come back once we have something explosive. Because I really like to know what's in that vault.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious. If acid literally corrodes everything, that should do it, right? Seriously? Fine. You would think if it corrodes and disfigures everything it touches, there would have been something. Alright, well... No lie, I'm probably gonna have to rest again, because that was some tough fights. We're gonna go to another tough fight here soon. The auto checking? Just want to make sure. Laugh at this.
Take two.
Of course. Just make sure that one's dead. I fucking knew it.
I must heal.
Make way.
All of these misses are annoying.
My faith will protect me.
Wow. At least somebody can hit him.
Take two.
How much farther can I go? Hellsfire. She's coming.
Oh shit.
And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
Nice.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. He's the Blade of Frontiers. Devil's plaything, just doesn't have the same ring. Speaking of...
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Damn.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Wow. Okay. That happened.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Yeah, his help is definitely being missed. Probably gonna bring Gale back in once we get to the Githyanki patrol.
Yes?
Talk to Will.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Yeah, that was wild. Now he has horns. Damn. Other than that, fairly uneventful night. So yeah, the next step is probably finding the Githyanki patrol.
Smoke. Something's burning.
Oh shit.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care. He of the unsleeping eyes. Grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear. A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
Okay, fair enough.
Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so
I hear
it is
shouting.
done.
Someone needs help. Excellent
oh,
armor.
yeah.
Strange place to find it.
Action, not reaction.
Still alive. So that's progress.
I prefer that armor, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Grand Duke Ravengard could be inside. Don't just stand there. Push!
Give it a shot. Nice.
outside! Hurry! We don't have much time. Hello? Can you hear me? Here you are! We don't have much time! Find out! In here! Can anyone hear me? Please! I'm trapped!
The heat of that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Can't move. Someone help!
Christ, of course this is a pole situation.
In here!
Very well.
Is there more water? We're gonna need it.
I'm trapped!
Help! Anyone? I'm in here!
In here! I'm trapped!
Not now!
Stop wasting time.
You're in my way.
In here!
I don't want to get close to it.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Quick! Get me out!
Oh, damn. Gonna try. Nope.
I'm ready.
Quick! Get me out!
Okay.
Find a way out!
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
He slaughtered everyone.
Waste a step.
Oh god, he died. Did what I could.
Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so it is done.
Fresh air. At last.
Oh, we did it.
Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
It takes more than mere fire to break me, Yuva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the man and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through? A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. By the time aid arrives, it might be too late. You've the heart of a dragon and the will of a hero. Tell me I can count on you. Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna go with that, just because someone should be able to use it.
Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it.
Yes, yes. I don't know about that loss of damage.
Got it.
We'll try it. I'm curious to see what it does.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond.
Never wanted
All
the
right,
easy path.
next.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
It's huge.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
That thing could swallow us in a gulp.
Yoink.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Mag Gresham! Got more important things to watch than my harassing tongue. Look! That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. I doubt a fight against them would go your way. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Fine. Go do your thing then.
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Oh, shit. Y'all made the wrong choice. Oh, shit.
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await. The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek. Kithrak, we must speak.
Be still and listen.
Hear me, knight. I must.
Do you not honor the command of a Kithrak, young one? It is not your time to speak.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicions cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon.
I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Stuff to sell.
Worth examining.
Alright, level up time. Thankfully. Longbow and scimitar. I think. Oh, it's 4 weapons, isn't it? Damn, okay. Hmm. Could do trident. Scimitars and longbows are the only ones I want, really, so the last one doesn't matter. I guess maybe a heavy crossbow. Cool. Shadow Heart done. I might get him medium armor at some point, but... Not Karlach, Tab. Medium is fine for her. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. Just an all-out fighter. See what Lae'zel gets. Yeah. Hopefully that will lead to her dealing more damage per attack.
Breathe deep and move.
Yeah, you tell him, bud. Oh shit.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
What the hell, yo?
Power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
The voice is gone. Muted by this Gith relic. Why does a half-elf carry it?
I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
Okay.
I am a servant of Shah. My home is a secret cloister in Baldur's Gate. I need to bring that artifact back there. No matter what. I can't tell you anymore. This mission required utmost secrecy. We all submitted to having our memories suppressed so that we couldn't betray Shah's confidence. If I reach my contact in the city, I'll have my memories restored. Until then, I have to guard the artifact with my life. There. You have the truth, for all it's worth. Let's continue.
I knew it.
Forever, ideally. And you assume too much about what I can and cannot tell. Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It's our code, our creed, our shield. I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit. Though perhaps that might change. If you can show an open mind. Talk to me later. We've got more pressing matters to see to right now. There's nothing more I can tell you. All I remember is that I have to get back to my contact in the city.
I know those symbols. Githyanki runes. Ancient as Vlaakith herself. You stole that from my people.
Yes. And a lot of my people died in the process. I won't fail them. Not after what I saw your kind do to them.
A powerful artifact indeed, to have caught the attention of so many. Not least the Absolute itself, the three figures in the vision, the Chosen are searching for it. With the cultists' aid, it will not be long before they find it. Before they find you. You have evaded them so far, thanks, it seems, to the artifact itself. But how long can such protection last? Shadowheart has made her position clear. She will see that it is taken to its destination. At any cost. No doubt the Githyanki will seek to reclaim that which is theirs, and you still do not know what it even is.
For now. But any crimes against my kin will be answered for in time.
I just saved you. Keep that in mind next time you want to air your grievances.
Great. Damn, I see. Okay. Well, with that in mind then, I'm going to hit the pause button for now. Continue this in another video, which will likely get posted today as well. But definitely time for a break. Going on 3 hours. I gotta get something to eat. Get on with a little bit of the day. But if you made it through the whole thing, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've loved this game so far, even though it can be a slow burn at times. It's just awesome to be able to do basically whatever you want. But I will catch you on the next one. Thank you again for stopping by, and if you enjoyed the time, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you later.